Dave is up next. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Paul. Changing the subject today. While you were in Birmingham working for the Birmingham Post-Herald, I think, did you ever have the pleasure of interviewing Charlie Boswell?
Oh, my goodness. The answer is absolutely. I considered Charlie a close friend and had many interactions with him and quite a few rather wet dinners.
Did you ever go to Vestavia Country Club where he got his hole-in-one?
I have been there many times, I will tell you, for those who don't know, this is one of the most interesting and unique people I've ever met. He was an Alabama football player. Try to remember the story as best I can. He was injured. Was it World War II? Or I think it was World War II. He
World
lost.
War II in a tank.
He lost his eyesight, and then became the #1 blind golfer in the world.
Yes, sir. He won 28 nationals, I think.
Did you know him?
I met him when I was a kid. Well, I wasn't a kid, but I was at Vestavia Country Club watching him play the day he made a hole-in-one. I think it was hole 14, a par 3.
He had a tournament in Birmingham. It somewhat predated my arrival, and Bob Hope used to come every year, Coach Bryant. I mean, some really big names in the entertainment world. And I'm trying to remember the story. I wrote about it when I did a farewell to Charlie. And I'm trying to remember, he and Bob always had this, Bob Hope, I should say, always had this back and forth at the banquet the night before about playing each other in golf. And Bob said, "Okay, Charlie, I think I can beat you the next time." And Charlie would go, "Well, sure, Bob, whatever you want, whatever you think." And he'd go, "Okay, Bob, you pick the course and I'll pick the time." And Bob said, "My course out in Palm Springs," and Charlie said, "Okay, I'll be there." And he said, "We'll play at midnight." And that was the end of the banquet every year. I had the opportunity once, Dave, maybe a couple of times. I would go to. There was a big Super Bowl party in Birmingham every year. The famous restaurateur Jimmy Koikis put it on. He owned the Bright Star. Sadly, Jimmy just passed away. And yeah, and I found myself sitting next to Charlie as the game was unfolding, and suddenly I never thought about it. He goes, so what's going on? And for the next 3 hours, I literally did play-by-play because there was so much chatter going on, you really couldn't hear the sound. So that was a Super Bowl I'll never forget. But Charlie was one of the most beloved people that has ever come through that city. We will head to the break. Still 2 more hours to go.